This was a stunning achievement. So what we've seen happen here over the past week, first of all, Israel has done a tremendous job with the war in Iran over the past couple 2.5 weeks. They took out, they decapitated the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. I believe they did this. So Israel took out a bunch of them. They took out most of their top nuclear scientists. They didn't get the top guy. The Ayatollah was sort of, I guess, determined to be off limits, took out massive numbers of rocket launchers. It would have been June 21st, on Saturday, June 21st, here in America. The U.S. Joined into the fight. Trump had specifically stated, and he's been saying this for 20 years, so I don't understand why people didn't understand. He said Iran will not have enriched uranium. They will not have a nuclear weapon.
And by the way, Clinton said this, Obama said this, and Biden said this. They were all saying the same thing, but Trump was the one to actually do something about it.
But Israel had a tremendous thing, and then Trump said, but the one thing that Israel could not do was they did not have the weapons to get down to these bunkers, these underground facilities like Fordo, which was about 290, 300 feet underground. But by the way, Israel had people in there mapping things out. This thing will be, you're assuming if we study military history in the millennium, this thing will be studied in the millennium, because it's an incredible. These are some of the most amazing operations in human military history that we've seen in the past 6-8 months from Israel, and also I think to some extent from Ukraine. So we sent these bunker busters over. They dropped 6 of them in one shaft in Fordo. They tried to hide the shaft with concrete. First bomb busted through. These things are dropped. Only the United States has the capability of dropping bombs this large. A B-2 bomber can deliver those. There was a sort of a sleight of hand where they had the B-2 bombers coming in a convoy from one direction, and the real B-2 bombers that were going to do this flew all the way from Missouri to Iran with refueling, tankers and everything. And they dropped these bombs. They weigh about 30,000 pounds. They're dropped from 7 miles up, and they landed within a meter of the exact center of their target.
Gosh, that's
in the shaft.
Astounding.
Went down, then another one went down, another one. So there were 6 dropped in the same spot. I think there were 14 altogether. I think they were all used at Fordo. Then there were Tomahawk missiles at other nuclear facilities. Trump came out, said Fordo has been obliterated. But then a leak was made to the New York Times, and CNN said, oh, well, we really only put the Iranian nuclear program back a few months. Now, first of all, nobody thought that the Iranian nuclear program would be completely eradicated or gone away, because they have the institutional knowledge. The only way you get rid of it is complete top to bottom regime change. And I just don't know that that's realistic. And I think if we look at Bible prophecy, Persia appears to be around for some of the major wars coming up. So anyway, so they took out the Fordo. They said just a few months. They had a big news conference on June. It was Thursday morning, June 26th. Pete Hegseth said, no, we took it out. Israel has said you took it out. We set the program back 10 years. But that means they're going to come back. They've been doing this. Netanyahu keeps saying this over and over the last 30 years. They're close. Israel does something, then they're not close. Then they build it back up, then they're close. Netanyahu says they're close, and they do it. So we need to look at the whole history of how this thing has unfolded and not truncate it to support our crazy political ideas or ideologies and that type of thing. This was a stunning achievement.